subconscious mind will carry it in the form of a memory. Now, when this memory is long lasting or repeatedly triggered, it becomes my belief that you will, say bad words to me, or I will say bad words to you whenever I will see you. So this is how the energy works when the subconscious mind is triggered by such memories. So he said that we can change the subconscious mind by repeated chanting, writing, or even drawing those specific words in the area wherever we want to change. So he gave a specific number of switch words. Then came Shunyam Nirav. Shunyam Nirav, he also worked on the switch words and was able to spread the word far and wide because he used the words in his title, easily give to you what you want in life. That was much more attractive than the secret of perfect living. So more and more number of people became aware, and one of them was Cat Miller. So thereby she began her journey on understanding how switch words work. Then she carried on this work at a large scale, building up a bank of switch words, building up a bank of a lot of other things related in energy healing, and she then made it public. Although after a few years of it being public, there were some confusions, and then she had to convert a part of it into subscription. So coming back to switch words, what they all told us was they work on our subconscious mind. Not on what I am saying, but what I am thinking behind my words. Like I may be appearing quite confident speaking to you all, but I have never met, seen, or interacted with any of you. So I might be fearful inside. So to overcome that fear, I may use a switch word that fear doesn't appear on the screen when I interact. How that switch word is going to change my subconscious feeling that I need not be fearful about being present in the atmosphere with strangers. There is nothing to be fearful. So that is how each and every switch word was made to work on the subconscious mind. Now, when we say that these connect to the subconscious mind, then this subconscious mind stores it. As is in the brain, there are small spaces where every interaction is stored. Every interaction is given a small space in the brain. So, there, when these are stored, they are correlated with whatever is stored generations back. We are all old souls, na? We have taken many births. So we have had those experiences, even the DNA of our ancestors that we carry. They must have had those experiences. They might not have been in the same language as we speak, but they have had those experiences. So that is all stored in our brain in the form of codes. These words then work on those codes, correlate them that yes, okay, this is the part that I have to act upon. When this is triggered, I have to help the individual to overcome this trigger. That is how a response is created. And that is why we say that they become switches. Aapne on kiya, that means when you turn it on, the light is flickered inside that part of the brain, sends signals, okay, no, this is the way you have to respond. This is the thing you have to do. This is the intention you have to carry. This is what you are going to manifest. This is how the switch works. So, what is required is repetition. The more we repeat the words, the more is our energy affected. And since it is positive energy always, So we can use it many times. We need not count it. We should count it in ki itte bar I have to speak it, I have to chant it, I have to do a japa of this word for 21 times, 28 times. No, these are the minimum number of times, as I will share with you later on. But what happens usually is we try to find answers with us conscious mind. We try to be logical, we try to be intelligent, but energies don't work with the type of intelligence we portray. है ना? So the switch words will work only when you let the subconscious mind act upon them. Now, as I said, that these words have been decided. How have they been decided that yes, this is a switch word? They have been muscle tested. There are different ways of reflex muscle testing whereby we use our body responses. Like if I have to say something that is a yes, like if I say yes to my name, if I am saying to my body with my eyes closed, I am Archana. And I think that if the answer is yes, my body is going to move forward. If the answer is no, my body is going to bend backwards. Okay. So when I will say I am Archana and I will let my subconscious mind work, I am Archana, then my body will respond in a yes. If it doesn't, that means I am not Archana or that statement is false. This is just one technique of reflex muscle testing that I'm sharing. There are many techniques of reflex muscle testing which were used by James Mangan, which were used by Shunyam Nirav, and which are being used by Kat Miller to generate more and more of switch words and combinations of switch words to make switch phrases. This is also the basis of using the number codes, the figures that are formed by repeating the digits in the number codes. So this is the basis of reflex, this is the basis of switch words that are used generally from, should I say, reliable sources, but you can make your own switch words as well. They do not tell you that no, you cannot use alert to stay awake at night. If you feel by saying alert to yourself, you can stay awake, then that is your personal switch word. But if I have to stay awake, I may say ho. And when I muscle tested it, it worked on a number of people. Then it becomes a universal switch word. When the switch word works on a major number of people, we call it universal switch word. But when it is your personal experience and you find it that it works for you, it is your personal switch word. Any questions? Um, should I go forward?
Yes, madam. Please carry on.
Okay. So here I am sharing some of the most popular switch words which I have worked together with, and I have found it with my followers to always give a response. Like the simple word reach. Reach means you have to go to a specific space or a object to reach it, to get it, right? So whenever you lose a object, something you have lost, maybe a ring, maybe your specs even, maybe your books, you must have misplaced them somewhere. While searching for them, that is, while doing the action of searching it, you keep on chanting reach. It may not be audible, it may go with a mental chanting. If you keep on chanting, you will locate it. And people have used it to find even a parking space in a parking lot that is full of cars. So I have seen this magic work with reach, but sometimes people need more than just one word. Then we use the switch phrases, which I will share later on. Another word that we have found works on maximum people is count. Whenever we say count, it is either a number or a money. But most of the people, when they are going through a currency note or a currency coin, they count it. So our subconscious mind understands that whosoever is a part of the count word means we have to let it come into our life. Thereby, the word count attracts money and abundance in our life. As I said, we can use more than one word to form a small little phrase. So, the phrase next that we are talking about is divine bonus. Whenever you are feeling low or whenever you are expecting that someone should give me a gift, start chanting divine bonus. And maybe you will be getting a gift from someone unexpectedly. Or maybe you will find something that will work as a bonus for you that will add to your abundance. Similarly, there is a word or a phrase that is called divine order. Whenever we feel like low, whenever we feel that I am not able to do something specific, that is, there is a lack of motivation. So, to invite that motivation in our life to be able to perform any task, we can use the small little phrase divine order. It works wonders. We will be alert, we will be crisp, we will be non lethargic, we will be working when we chant this small little phrase divine order. Similarly, every day, lots and lots happens in our life, and we come across a number of negative thoughts. Now, maybe right now, listening to me, you might be thinking, yeah, what happened with that boy? Or what happened with my spouse? We had a fight, or whatever. When I will go back home, there might be some other happening. Ye ho jayega, wo ho jayega. Like this, constantly, our mind is on work. And when we constantly think of negative things, we attract negative things. So whenever we become aware that our mind is, getting trapped in unwanted thoughts, even like when we sit for meditation, we find that we are unable to concentrate because our mind is constantly on work with negative thoughts. So when you start chanting, purge, cancel, it helps you to let those negative thoughts go away. And as we say that we cleanse the space around us with fire, burning away something or the other in the fire to let the fragrance spread around. The Westerners, they use the leaves of sage, the stem and the leaves of sage. So this sage being originating from that herb sage is used to keep the space uncluttered, that is cleanse any area of space. And mind is also a space, so we can use it to organize our mind or to cleanse away the negative thoughts from our mind. We always suffer from some pain or the other. This pain might be associated with some heat, or it might be associated with inflammation. So, what do we do? We are told by elders, ice reclo. Use some ice over the inflamed spot or the paining spot wherever you have had a sprain. Similarly, we can use this phrase ice cube to get rid of the pain. That means we won't be sensing the pain anymore. We will be able to stay without suffering. The word find, what does it indicate in our dictionary? To find something is to get something, right? So when we say the word find again and again, it helps us to gather, gather things around us. And when the intention is to gather wealth, it helps us build a fortune. Now there is a word called together, and it is considered to be the master switchword. Because whenever we use the word together, it is said by James Mungan that it works on 14, 14 categories of different aspects of life. That is freedom, love, survival, security, health, money, art, wisdom, pleasure, happiness, action in life, self improvement, service to humanity, and religion, God, spirituality, enlightenment, all these aspects of life. So, whenever we use the word together, it lets all these things activate in us. And thereby, this is the master switch word which we use with phrases more frequently to get the results. Because when all these aspects are activated, we get better results. Like if I want to improve my relationship with a friend, with that intention that I have to improve the relationship with this person, I am going to chant divine together, divine together, divine together. And I can't say that in one go I'll get the results. No. How strong is my intention? How ready am I to accept it that yes, it is going to work? That is going to show me the results that my relationship with that person is going to improve. But what will happen if I continuously think that okay, theek hai, he is going to, she or he is going to come back to me, we will have a good relationship, then we will fight again. This small little phrase, then we will fight again or argue again. If that keeps on harboring my thoughts inside while I'm chanting, I'm not going to get the result. So, this is how you have to allow the change to happen in yourself to get the results from the switch word. That is, you have to stop thinking in a negative way to let the switch words work with you. The next thing that I want to tell you is switch words is not just words, that is alphabets forming the words. Switch words can be numbers also. Like the one that I have used here is 55. This 55, when chanted many times, is going to lead you to clarity regarding something or the other. We being into the spiritual field, we consider it to be enlightenment. We consider it to be connection with the divine, with the higher self, with the brahmand or the integral consciousness. Or it will give me a clarity of vision. So along with the words, we have such numbers also that help you to decide. And as I am giving you these explanations on the side, they will tell you that these words or numbers, they work mainly on your thoughts and emotions. They are not going to tell the other person ki no, no, this person wants this, so you should go and give this. No, it is going to help us change our perception, change our thought process to get get whatever we want. So I have a number of phrases here. If anyone wants, they can take a screenshot of this, because these are some of the very beautiful phrases from Cat Miller's site. You can use it on different aspects of your life. Should I change the slide? What is the input given to the functions referred to?
Madam,
Yes,
we are
ma'am.
recording, no problem.
Okay. So when it comes to how many times should I chant, should I do the japa of the switchword, then James Mangan said that each word, phrase, or code should be chanted 28 times as quickly as possible without losing your breath. यानी एक सांस में आपको जितना ज्यादा बोल सकते हैं, you have to say it as many times as you can without losing your breath. That means it doesn't need to be very fast that you become exhausted, but yes, it goes with the pace of your breathing and you can do it well. Now, this part was stuck to that 28 times they have to be chanted, but with usage regularly, it was found that it needn't be counted. You need not count the switch words how many times you have chanted, because our subconscious mind gets activated when and how we do not realize. If we end it with, or we are, focused on counting that uh, reach, 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 कितने बार हो गया? 3 times. Then our intention is not going to work on finding the object, whatever is lost. So we have to forget that we are chanting how many times, doesn't matter, it is going to work. That faith matters. So this was shown by James T. Mangan. It was carried forward by all the switchword experts, but now they're realizing that this is not necessary, that it should be chanted in sets of 28 or 28 times. Along with this chanting part, that is repeating the words, saying it a number of times, we can use these switch words, number codes, and even the number in a number of different ways, like EFT tapping. EFT tapping is something that was founded by a person who used the meridian points on the face and on the hand to get the meridians activated. According to the Chinese medicine, these meridian points, when we tap them, our energy flows into those meridians. So, EFT tapping is emotional freedom technique tapping, where tapping on different points of the face, on the throat, in the chest, under the arm, and on these fingers, we get results of whatever affirmation we are using. Similarly, along with the affirmations, as we are using the affirmations, we can chant the switch words. While tapping on these points, we will get the results equally. Another way of using these switch words is by making energy circles. The simplest of the energy circles means on a white plain paper, draw a circle with a blue pen, and inside that circle, write down whatever switch word, phrase, number code you intend to use. This white paper can then be stuck on a wall. This paper can be kept under your pillow. This paper can be carried in your purse or wallet. This paper can be used to charge water or food by placing water or food over this paper. Now, the thing is that you need to keep this paper unwrinkled. If you wrinkle it up, the energy flow will not work. If you fold it, the energy flow will not work. So we ask you to laminate or put a transparent tape over the paper, make a small circle, write down the phrase or the switch word or the number codes you want to use, and then tape it and keep it on the surface wherever you want to use. Another way of using these switch words is proxy chanting. Like, suppose Sujata wants to use the switch word divine together, but she doesn't have the time, or she finds that whenever she starts chanting, she is unable to continue. Then I can, with the intention that I am doing this chanting for Sujata, I can do it for her in her name. This is called proxy chanting. That is very useful when you are dealing with elders who are chronically ill, or small little children who can't do the chanting or use the switch word, or for people who are not readily understanding the importance of switch words and you want them to be happy. Then you can certainly do the proxy chanting for them. When you are using energy circles, you can keep two similar energy circles. Suppose I have written in this energy circle carpe diem, and on this energy circle again I will write carpe diem, and keep your photograph or your name, date of birth, and the current place on a chit over this energy circle, and then keep this other energy circle over it. This forms a sandwich, two breads, and inside whatever stuffing you have made is your chit or your photograph with the date of birth, right? So this is called energy circle sandwich, which also can be used to use the switch words. Another thing is writing on your body. Suppose I am having a lot of pain on my head. I am having a headache. Now, while chanting, I have a number of switch words to chant, but I want some of them to be written over here. Then I can write them down. Like I have written here 10,000 hertz. 10,000 hertz is a frequency to overcome pain. So you can write the switch words on the body, on the affected part, or if it is not a disease or a wellness condition but something related to your wish fulfillment, you can write it on the left side of the body anywhere. It needn't necessarily be that it should be visible or open. You can write it under your clothes, inside somewhere on the arm, or on your stomach, or on your thighs, on your legs, which is hidden. It is going to work for you. Another way is writing down the switch words or the numbers in a copy notebook. Keep on writing them again and again. That gives you double impact, because while writing, our all the nerves are working in combination with the carrying of the signal to the brain plus our intention. So, writing on a notebook again and again, just like chanting, helps a lot while using switch words. Now, when it is considered about writing, you can write with any color, but usually we use blue or black color as they are considered to be neutral for writing. Just as which words are there, they are said to be used in capitals, right? Like in this energy circle here, you can see that some words are written in capitals, align with, highest potential. All of them are written in capital letters. This practice was perpetuated by James T. Mangan, but now we have realized that just as we use it to chanting, who realizes that it is to we are chanting it, seeing it, or visualizing it, that it is written in capitals? No, na. So we can write them in any format of fonts. But in the standard format, whenever we are talking about emotions or situations that we want to diffuse, these words we write in small letters, and they are used to diffuse away the situations or release away the situations or release the emotions. Like hubristic, this specific word, which colors are better, is something that depends on your intention. Like if suppose you are using it for fulfillment of your desire, then we use orange color. If it is something that you want it permanently, we use dark blue color. If it is related with your relationships, we use green color. If it is associated with actions or situations that need a lot of energy, like weight loss, then we use red color. But in general, whenever you want to use and there is no color available, you can use blue color for everything, because that is the pen we use in daily life, and intention matters rather than the color then, right? So I was on hubristic. Hubristic is a word that means to release away your negative patterns that are repeated. And we all know that repeated negative patterns somehow indicate your karmic baggage. So hubristic would help you, help you learn the lesson that you have to let go of this repetition of the negative thought, action, or words. And that is how it is going to help you. It is not going to clear your karma, but yes, it is going to help you get rid of that pattern and somehow help you in getting rid of the suffering. Similarly, the most used word, this diffusing word is blue bonnet that I have used for the children. They usually get a lot of throat infection. Whatever they may eat, whatever they may do with cold water or something, they get a throat infection. If you simply hold their throat and keep on chanting blue bonnet, or you write it on a piece of paper and keep a glass of water over it for 3 minutes maximum, that water will get charged with the word blue bonnet, and give them to sip it, not drink it one go, but sip it regularly, alternately, with and at an interval of 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever it may be. But by the time they will find that their pain or their soreness of the throat or their tonsils, they will start getting deflamed. The inflammation will subside. This I have used for maximum of the times for the children in the group who were affected by tonsillitis or bronchitis, or this part of throat is getting sore. Now, when I said that I have used blue bonnet, when I use blue bonnet with umbrella, and now it helps me get rid of whatever difficulties are at the present affecting me, right? So those difficulties, when they are removed, I am suffering less. Similarly, if I use it for inflammation issues, I use it with the phrase be alone, blue bonnet, curry, now done. So when you will go through these words in the phrase, They will help you understand. Be means be present. That is, be here forever. Alone is a word that will help you stay unaffected, right? Whenever we say that I want to be alone, that means I do not want to be disturbed, I don't want to be affected. So it will help you stay unaffected. Blue bonnet is going to bring about the diffusion of the illness, and similarly the other words will help you get rid of the pain and the difficulties. So this is how we use them in the form of phrases. The picture below is the energy circle, a format of energy circle that has been developed by Kat Miller because she has worked a lot on it with her team, and they have developed a number of energy circle patterns according to the need. So, right here, the word carpe diem is used to get rid of grief, despair, and it helps us to live in the present, not thinking about the past or worrying about the future. So when we use it with the phrase aligned with highest potential, that means you are able to do all the work with all the energy and stay in the present, not worry about the past or the future. So this is how it is acting on your subconscious mind. And when you are putting it in the energy circle, you need not chant it. Just like switch words, we have numbers. These numbers have been developed by a number of people. There are radionic rates, there are right frequencies, there are homeopathic vibration rates that have been developed for replacing the need of homeopathic medicines. When you chant those numbers, the homeopathic medicine effect is seen on your body. Along with that, we have angel numbers. They were founded by John Bamsley, and it is said that she says that they have come as a communication from angels and spirit guides, and we use it as switch word whenever we have a request. Just like we pray, they request to the angels and guides with whatever we want, and it is manifested. Similarly, when it is the sacred quotes by Augusta that we are using, Augusta said that it should be repeated 45 times, and those quotes are said or repeated, chanted 45 times whenever we use. There are also some healing quotes by the name of divine healing quotes. There are Lloyd-Meyer numbers. Lloyd-Meyer numbers are the numbers developed by Lloyd-Meyer by dowsing. Pendulum dowsing, and dowsing is a way where we use it to balance and heal any situation. So Lloyd-Meyer said that you have to repeat these numbers 7 times whenever you repeat them, 2 to 3 times a day for at least 14 days. So this is how those numbers are repeated. But the most popular of all are the GG codes, the Grigori Grabovoi codes. And these numbers, they have spaces and commas and other things. They are very long figures with number of digits, and they are then used during meditation to get the results. The latest of all is the quantum K harmonics used by or developed by Andrew Kemp, and these are also used for healing and are found to be very effective. Along with that, using the radionic machines, radionic amplifier energy circles have been developed. These energy circles cannot be hand drawn, they have to be printed, and inside these circles in the space over here, without touching the boundaries, we can write whatever switch words or frequencies or numbers we want to use. Like if as I said, 10,000 hertz is a frequency for acute pain. So it is going to remove all the pain. Similarly, for the sore throat, we have 1,999,999. Now, everyone might not be very comfortable by saying it in this way. So we use it to say 1999999. And if you keep on repeating, you will find that your sore throat effects are reducing. For the runny nose, we have 5189912. For harmonizing, that is, people are depressed, anxious, living in the past or living in the future, then or we are having a lot of fights in the house for issues that are not even present now, then we use this number 71042. This is helping you to harmonize with the present. So, as you can see, we can use these switchwords and numbers for a number of reasons mentioned here. You can go through each of them because it is a lot to say. And I think I have taken more than enough time of yours. So, I hope I have clarified a lot of doubts in the minds of everyone who wants to understand what switchwords are but are in a state of doubt. So let me know if you have any queries so that we can help you out better.
Anyone have any doubts or questions? Please raise your hands.
Yeah, Archana madam, after a long time. So nice presentation. So can you share the book name, what you have?
Sir, I have all the notes from Cat Miller's site, but the PDFs of James T. Mangan and Shunyam Nirav I do not have, but they can be arranged for through the Amazon site or through, I can ask even Cat Miller or even you can send her a mail. She might help you how to get hold of those books. But
Okay.
these things that what we have as a bank on Cat Miller's site, that is considered to be the most reliable source, though there are a number of healers who have started using these switchwords and developing them. So, if there is a need of notes, I take these courses so I can share the notes. But if you want a book, then we'll have to search for it. It is James T. Mangan's The Secret of Perfect Living and Shunyam Neerav's. I'll share it in the chat in the group.
Okay, thank you.
Lakshmi madam, you raised the hand. Lakshmi madam, please unmute and ask your query.
Namaste, madam. Actually, my name is Lakshmi Satyanarayana. That's why I kept sir. People misunderstood, I think. Okay. Madam, actually, see, maybe everybody looks the same. See, I want to be spiritually, I want to grow. Okay. That is one. And I want to earn money. I want to attract the money. And I should not have, I see, suppose health issues, I want to clear all my health issues, I want to be healthy. So for these three things, can you suggest any switch words?
So these three things are the most required things by all of us, right?
Right.
So whenever it is the question of manifesting your wishes, I will share a number of switch words in the group with the permission of Ravi Shankar sir, so that you can all use them. That would be much better because in the meetings telling you like this won't be very useful. But I'll share it in the written form in the group so you can get hold of it for lifelong.
Okay, madam. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Thanks
madam.
for the help.
Thank you, madam.
Any questions? Gangadhar Banal. Gangadhar Banal. Okay. You keep the
Sir,
claps.
thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Gangadhar Bana garu, given claps to your speech, madam. Yeah. I hope everyone was clear about the switchwords. Yes, madam. That's it. Anyone want to talk about switchwords?
Yeah, just I'll give some information about this switch words. I
Yes.
don't know the Western developed thing. So as I know, you want to continue in English or people are want in Telugu?
Sir, up to 8:30 English, sir.
Okay. So then I will talk in English. So this water therapy and water programming, and internationally so many universities are working on that already and still going on. Tokyo University, Agricultural University, they did because water comes before the human always take the water from the rivers, because every culture is developed either bank of the any river. You take any old cities, they are all built near the river because water is the main source for humankind. So that's why water is a very, very important. So the water flow, because the water always flows from high to low. The water never flows in rivers. So the water has a always from top to bottom. So that water can be programmed. Water is absorbent of anything, because the earth is having electromagnetic energies. The body is made up from five elements, and saptadhatu means seven major elements. This mix of these five plus saptadhatu becomes human body. But just human body without the soul, it never work. The soul is required. The soul is outer from the earth layers. Whatever earth is having surrounding the earth, there is a weather. So above weather, there is a whatever is a everything source of energy from sun, the Rashi Mandal. Where is the major source? We don't know, but this energy is coming from there. So that energy is in the form of electromagnetic. So that is dissipated throughout the universe. So that we receive it. So that electromagnetic energy will work on our humans in the brain. The brain also works according to some frequency. Some people will have a good memory, some people will not have a memory. It all depend on the frequency runs in our neurons in any person's brain. The same way, the molecules of each matter, take it any air, water, earth, all these five elements. So these molecules are formed into a different matter. So that is depend on again frequency. So the same Tokyo University, they did the testing on the water flow. They used water, free flow of water from river, the rice, whatever they cultivated using that water, which is coming naturally. Naturally water flowing, take that water and cultivate, then rice, take it that rice. And the second thing is, wherever the water is not available, the people are building dams, means the natural flow of water is stopped. They put some obstacle, then they manually turning into that water in a different direction wherever humankind want. Because nowadays we are seeing so many canals we built, right? Because all people cannot live at the near the river, so they need water. So that's why the water is redirect. Means the water is not flowing what exactly it has to flow as per nature. So the direction of the water is changed. So by the changing of the water direction, molecules also changes in their electromagnetic energy. With that water we were using for cultivating any crops, with that water, whatever crops is coming, whatever we are eating today, rice, vegetables, anything, those particles, those materials, they lose the original molecular internal design. So that means we are eating everything unconventional, unnatural food that is going to affect in our body. This is already proved. And second thing, this water programming is not it's not new technique. It's a very age old. Our rishis already found it and they implemented. That is included in our regular Hindu religious culture. Every day we need to follow some rituals. We need to pray God. We need to do some regular exercises. We are working with air. We are working with water. We are working with food. It's a mantra. Mantra means, as per Sanskrit kalpam, manna nam trayate iti mantra, means to protect our brain. If brain is good, our subconscious brain will be good. If our subconscious brain is good, you will get the good thoughts. You will be under control of every situation, whatever is going in your life day to day. So that's why it's a mantra. So mantra is maybe small, big, depend on. It's not new. At the same time, there are so many sages, rishis, sadhus, sannyasis, yogi. So these are all levels. What is yogi is different word, sadhu is a different one, rishi is different one, brahmarshi, rajarshi. There are so many levels. If you take anyone, whoever is following that yoga path, they carry always one kamandal. The kamandal is filled with water, right? Why they carry always water? Whatever they do, that japa, you are doing externally or internally. Even internally also, the mantra is doing, it generates some vibrations, the mental level vibrations. It's not visible physically, but mental level vibration. Once you hold in your hand that water pot, even today also, anyone can practice that. While doing any japa, take glass of water in copper, which is more conductive, not the steel glasses. The copper, bronze, silver, gold, these are all highest conductive metals. So take that water into that glass, hold it in your hand, do whatever your Kula Devata, whatever you like, your favorite God mantra, for 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 1 hour, whatever time you can afford, do that mantra, give that water to your family or your members, or put that water into your regular pot. Take it water all the family members. So that is a water therapy. It is not new. It's a very age-old system, but people are forget already. Take it as an old custom, tradition. So we are living in latest generation. How we follow all those old waste things? These are not waste. These are all tested. Everybody has to follow them. And even before going to eat, the people used to do ahara shuddhi. Take the water in hands, pour it around this, whatever the leaf. Om pranaya swaha, Om pranaya swaha, Om vyanaya swaha. Now we are using these mantras when putting that prasada. Prasada is not for God. That prasada is for even for us also. we are pouring around the water, means that programming our water and pouring surrounding this food. That means remove whatever negative energies in that food. To make it perfect food. Whatever that food we are eating, that should affect in our body and work for only positive way. While eating, whatever you are thinking, the food is after digestion, the rasa forms that energy. That energy is distributed throughout all your body organs. So while eating, if you are in angry mode, it generates more anger in your body over the period. While eating, whatever your mind is going through. Nowadays, people always see the TV. In front of the TV, they eat. So whatever is coming on the TV, your brain is polluting with that food also. Not only by seeing, while taking food, you are looking all these things. You are programming your brain in that way. Your body is programming in that negative things. While eating, you should have a complete focus on your food. Before eating, you should program your brain and program your food that this food should be work for me in a good manner. It gives me strength. It gives me good thoughts. That is given before taking any food. Earlier there was a mantra, Anna mantra. And there is after eating also there is a one more mantra to digest properly. Even while the cooking of food is called yajna. It's called yajna. Because without food we are not going to live anymore. So food is a more important thing. So that food is giving the source of your thoughts. What is you do in your day-to-day life? Is it is good for your family, good for society, good for nature? You should not do any harm to any one of these. So that's why you require, while making food, the person who is making the food, the person should be free from any negative thoughts. While cooking, any person, male or female, I am not saying anyone, whoever is cooking the food, they should have a free of any negative thoughts in the mind. Whatever thoughts coming in your mind, that automatically transferring into your food. That food, whoever is eating, some portion of that negative thoughts will go into that person. So these are all is already is there. It's not new things. Now, because of easy things, right? Suppose if I am say some mantra properly, do follow all these things, rituals, you are not ready. If say some switchword, okay, see, just say means okay. Your mind is, you are always looking for easy things, not procedural. So like this, there are many things. We can read our old sculptures. There are many written for good health. If you just read any Ayurvedic book, this astrology, Ayurvedic, everything is interrelated. It's not separate things. What you are eating, what you are thinking, what you are doing, all are interlinked. How you want is in your hands. So don't look for any shortcuts. First thing is you need to make up your mind clean. Once your brain is clean, your mind is clean, your intentions are clean, then automatically everything, the cycle starts. If you daily wake up before sun, automatically your body becomes very strong. It becomes more healthy. If you wake up every Brahma Muhurta every day, your brain receives a lot of energy, universal energy. Why it is called Brahma Muhurta? The space is giving a lot of energy at that time. So that energy, by the time you should wake up and have a bath, sit for meditation or something, automatically that all the electromagnetic energy passes into your brain. So if we don't want all these procedures and we want a shortcut methods, and that if I pay money for somebody will do for me, then I will be happy. I don't want to do anything. Future maybe, okay, you eat it, I will get energy. I don't want to eat, so you eat it. That is, eating is also work. So now already we are doing, right? We don't want to cook ourselves. We are looking for outside what is there. Just take the phone, order it, food comes. That person, who is that person, how he is thinking, what type of his mentality, what is good, everything is you are inputting in your body. So how you expect all the good things comes? I want money, I want peace, I want this, that, many things. So anyway, the madam's presentation is very good. You have given some new knowledge to our group. Okay, people will utilize. But before that, I am saying all these things is there is a basic thing is required. We need to change ourselves. First thing is you need to think yourself whether you are deserved for anything. If I want to become American president, am I deserved? Can I get it by doing all any switchwords? Can we do that? I want to become Prime Minister of India. I want to become Ambani. So where is the limit for human wantings? First thing is what is your desire? I want this peace in life. For the peace, what you are doing? From what is the year from your side? So first thing is you need to estimate your deservedness. You should be honest to yourself. So that will not come easily. There should be some procedure, some practice, some way of life, the systematic. Then only it comes one after one. But moreover, all these things, we are all humans. That humans are chased by our karma. That is the highest. Everything is under karma only. Buddhi karma anusarini. So whatever buddhi means, you think is you have a good buddhi, but that buddhi is coming from again according to your karma. So how you make it karma clear? So these are all interlinked. So make yourself understand it. What is required for me? How to do it? What are the genuine procedures, genuine system? Realize yourself, then practice. Okay, this is all for me for today. Have a nice weekend already completed. So see you next time.
Thank
Bye.
you, sir.
Welcome.
Madam, one question, madam. Which colors are better if blue and black are neutral? Is this related to this switchwords and energy circle?
Yes, sir, I had answered it that usually we use blue colored pens, so you can use it as a neutral color for everything. But when you have specific desires, we usually use the colors according to the desires. As if it is related with high energy things, we use red color. If it is with wish manifestation, then it is the sacral chakra color, that is the orange color. And whenever it is related to some chronic diseases or something like that, then we use the colors that provide you the energy, that is red. But if it is related to your black magic or something like that, then we use the indigo color.
Yeah.
Right? So there are different ways of using the colors, but it needn't necessarily be that you need to use the colors. For general purposes, we use blue and black.
Okay. So here, one thing I need to add, very big applaud for Archana madam. She came forward. There is a lot of discussion, lot of hot discussions in the group. She came forward and she given that spirit. Yeah. One thing, one good idea, okay, will bring more good ideas. Okay. Suppose, for example, if I want to do exercise, okay, for that good idea, exercise is the good idea. For that, I will eat very nutritious food. So this idea will bring that idea. So I am doing exercise. I want to eat a nutritious food. So this idea will bring that. So in order to do that exercise, I want to wake up early. So another good idea. So one good idea will pull more good ideas. Okay, like that. When you saying this subject, let it be. Okay, when a novice, common man, want to change his life, okay, suppose he practices something, whatever you told about Switchwords. Okay, this is the beginning of the change. So it will pull more good ideas. Okay, so that in coming days, when he changes his total life, okay, within few days, when some more good ideas will come into his life, so that his life will come one day, his life will become more bright than what he think. So very glad, madam. I really appreciate your effort. So many things you need to discuss in future also. Okay, he always follow you. So many new subjects you want to introduce to group. This is the first introduction you given. Okay, that require a lot more guts. So for that guts, I am giving claps. That's all for the today. Ma'am, how to bind these switchwords to affirmative? Affirmative. So affirmative is a positive talking, right? Affirmations, positive affirmations.
So basically, when we say that you want to make a switch phrase, there's a specific process related to it, but it comes when you start using the given switch phrases. Don't try to make your own switch phrases at a very beginner state. Okay, like suppose I know that divine together magic begin is a switch phrase that is being used by many. So why not begin with that? Don't try to make your own switch phrases, because when you make a switch phrase, there is a content, step content to be put in. You have to see what is the first letter of the switch phrase, the first words, the first switch word that is being used in the switch phrase, its first letter matters. Then you have to reflex test it. Then you have to add the second word, reflex test it. Then you have to add the third word, reflex test it. So please do not try to make switch phrases on your own at present. If you want to use a number of switch words, use them separately. If you want to use switch phrases, please use the switch phrases that have been tested and tried. It is normal process that we use a hyphen or a space between two words. If you get to write a switch phrase, write it with either a hyphen or with a small little space between two words, as we do in a sentence. So that would be the best advice right now. Once you start using and understanding the things, then only please try to make your own switch phrases. And thank you, Ravi Shankar sir, that you gave me this opportunity to
Madam,
express
this is
myself.
not last. Okay, we will follow you. You want to give? I told to my admins also. So next, you started with a little introduction about switch words and energy circles. Later, you want to continue more things, more new things you want to introduce. Suppose, for example, a South Indian want to eat North Indian thali. It will digest slowly. Okay. For, this is like North Indian thali for us. Okay. Suddenly we want to switch from rice to chapati. So it will take time. Okay, you stick on to this subject and slowly inject us. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your time, madam.
Sure, sir. Anytime. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
So the English meeting is completed. ఇప్పుడు మనం తెలుగు మీటింగ్ స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది. నాన్న ఉన్నారా? నాన్న
I'm leaving,
hello.
sir, then.
Hello.
ఆ,
Shankar.
ఆ,